Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a beautiful day again. We've got lovely cloudy skies, not much blue shining through at all. It looks like it's going to rain, which, as you know, I like the rain. I'm not against it. I think it's lovely to have that nourishment for the earth, for good Gaia, Mother Earth. It's beautiful. And yes, I'm here with the technology working correctly again. So I did a complete reset reboot. So that's why I'm a little bit later than the 8. But that's okay. We're here as we need to be. I'm Ros Boundy, Psychic Medium, bringing you daily Lenormand, or today it's Kipper card spread reading because it's a weekend. We're on Saturday here in Port Elliot, South Australia. So that's Australian Central Standard Time. So for anywhere else in the world, wherever you are, good morning, good day, good evening, and a good night, whichever way it works for you, wherever you live. Thank you for joining me. And for those who are watching replay, thank you for being here. I'm going to go over to the cards now, so certainly do connect in with your spirit guides as you're watching and take in what messages you might get, even independent entirely of what I'm sharing with you. And let's see how we go. Okay, I've got the cards already laid out. So this is, as you know, it's a Ciro Marchetti. This is Ciro Marchetti's artwork. I love his artwork, which is what attracted me to looking into what is Kipper. So because we have got this as being the Kipper deck, and it does label it as fortune telling cards. So look, we just like to use them as a tool for guidance. If it's going to tell your fortune and future, well, all well and good. How much do we really want to know? I want to know roughly what the energies are going to indicate for our day today. And interesting, very simple deck, look, very simple reading from what's looking at this. How I read this spread is the central one is the overall theme of the day, and each side is supporting that theme. Usually in the left-hand side, I've been reading it as the home space, and the right-hand side as the workspace. But because in general, a lot of people don't work on weekends, I'm just going to use it as a weekend reading as far as today. This is all just supporting energies, and we've got both of the characters of the main male and the main female supporting all that false person or surrounding that false person. So what I'm seeing with that is quite interesting. I will still, however, read from the guidebook. That's what this one is, because it is a newish deck for me. So it's still something that I'm becoming familiar with, how the interpretations are worked out with this artwork. Because in general, most artists, when they're doing their decks, creating the decks, will do them as if it's a, um, the oh, my head went blank just then. I've got a logo there. Hang on, I'm just going to go over into my into my Be Live to just take off a logo because I actually don't want it in the corner. There we go. It was hiding my face. So oh, the different things that we can do in our technology, isn't it? And good morning to Tracy. We have her wishing me well. So I am feeling very well. Thank you, Tracy. And you've got me in the live this time. I noticed that you were disappointed you hadn't got the live stream yesterday. Or was that the other day? 2 days ago. I do start to lose track, but I love doing these as live streams every day as much as I can, and around the same time, of course. So with the main, we're looking at the false person first, aren't we? I was turning it to the wrong page. So the false person is a challenging card that we see a sly and evasive woman hiding behind her Spanish fan. So at the side of the marble hall lurks a mysterious and somewhat sinister man in a fancy dress mask. So is it just their costumes for the ball, or are they up to no good? So what are they hiding? drama kings and queens, lovers of trouble, manipulators, frenemies, however you want to phrase it, watch out. This card has the power to turn beneficial cards to their opposite when next to them. So interesting. Lies and liars, dagger and deceit would make a wonderful novel or film, wouldn't it? Even far away, it may mean treachery. So what we've got in our theme for the day today is watch out for that type of person, that sort of manipulative character, whether it's the male or female in your life. Both are going to be emphasised throughout your day today. So, thank you for that, Tracy. I love having that sort of feedback. Love my lives. Thank you. Whoopsie, I've just got to, move that a bit. Yes, I do speak as I'm doing this. The whoopsie was because I pressed the button on the wrong part of the screen. It's all right. So further explanation around this that comes directly from the book is don't trust everybody or anything you see. So even salt looks like sugar sometimes. This card warns you against dishonesty and deception. So that could be what might be within your day today. Hold your cards close. Don't let out anything to the people concerned. Just know that you just know within yourself that you're aware. And I think it really does point out that having that awareness. And also, as far as hiding behind that fan, is it something that you are doing yourself without even realising it or knowing it? There are times where we're so used to our own behaviours that are encroached in our lives that we are not aware until someone else might point them out to us. Hopefully, with these supporting roles of the main male and the main female, that there might be some awareness come to you yourself if you are this person. Okay, it's not placing judgment on anyone. For many people, and we all have a tiny smidgen of that type of an influence in our life. As we, wise up as we get older, we start to realise, oh, gee, was I really like that? We do come to learn and know ourselves a lot more deeply. And I think it could be showing us individually what level of other influence we might have that we're not aware of that we are manipulating. It doesn't have to be nasty manipulations. It can just be something that is going to be a freely experienced factor of how we live our own lives, because we just don't have that awareness. It's something we live with, sometimes within our own bubble. So I'm just going to pop over to my Facebook page. This is very interesting how Facebook's changed a lot of stuff these days. Anyway, I'm mumbling to myself, aren't I? I'm trying to get to my own page, what do you call it? The profile, because I want to actually be able to see if there's anyone commenting in my profile whilst I'm playing this. It's not easy to do, I can tell you. Good morning, Kay. I can see Kay's there. Because I want to acknowledge that you are watching, and thank you. Because it's one of those things that Facebook isn't allowing the group comments to come through anymore. Well, it hasn't on my end for a while, and it certainly isn't on the BeLive end of it from, the private personal profiles, even though mine's changed to professional. So anyway, that's what it is. Now, how did I do that? Ebony, hello to you. Lovely reader. How do I book a private reading with you? What we have for the private reading is the website. That is, I'll just put it in here. It's the psychic.online and readings. So that's how you book in. I do it all as online now, only if you live very close, you're close by. I do one-on-ones personally as well, but it's not frequent now. I don't know which site you're coming in from, Ebony, because I have put that back in the listing again. So it's in there twice. It is in there twice. It's the same one twice. There you go. Um, so that's what that is. It's there. Are you in on my page? No, you must be on the either Ros Boundy or the mytimetv.live. So you will see that there. I can see that you're not coming in from YouTube. So that's enough of the waffling. Let's see what the main male card describes and the main female. I think it's pretty basic. So from what we've got with this false person, let's just have a look. Because the further explanation, there's one of the things with this guidebook, it's pretty good because it gets 2 to 3 opinions of what each of the authors of the opinion will share with us. So with this central false person, it is don't trust everybody or anything you see. Even salt looks like sugar. I'd only got part way through this one. The card warns you about dishonesty and deception. Hold your cards close, right? So that was one from one of the contributors. At best, this card stands for a mistake or faux pas. More often, it indicates deceit or a dishonest person working against you behind the scenes, behind your back. And close to the significator, which is the significator is the person that's asking the question. Oh, thank you. Now this is putting up the comments as I see them automatically as they pop in. There you go. It's called Comment Assistant is on. New things in the technology, just finding out now. Now these are only on the ones that are going through Facebook and my YouTube. Those on Twitch and etc. don't get to see these comments because they're not coming into your space. So, but it's lovely. We do have some people contributing in our slide, in the show on the other destinations. Okay, so there could be some deception. It does warn of danger and bad luck. So, yeah, it can be that sort of an influence today. So the use of the fan, and these are 3 different contributors. Zero himself says the use of a fan and suggestion of a masquerade ball provides an ideal scenario for falsehood. So behind the costumes and masks, you can indeed become someone else. Or perhaps this is an opportunity to be what you really are, as opposed to how you normally present yourself, which is the real you and which is the false. So I think from that contribution from Ciro himself in the guidebook, in this particular card, it does indicate it's more about that inner self and who we are and how we're presenting ourselves to the world. Because in this situation where it is a ball of some sort, it's a public celebration of, masquerade ball, that type of influence that Ciro's deliberately put in the card, we can safely say it's public, it's who we're putting out to the world. So who is the real you? Now with the main male next to this central theme that we've got, it does indicate that in keeping with the time, he's a fine gentleman, a so-called man of qualities, and we meet him in his study. So note the paintings in the study refer to other cards, so it's bringing all influences in together. And so it is because it's I won't read the other part, but it represents the masculine, the male that's going to be in your day, the men in your day. And I think it's going to say the same pretty much for the women. So the main female is an elegant lady clad in a fine tea dress edged with lace and beading, properly wearing her pearls in the afternoon. So we meet her in her private sitting room. Her red rosebud points upward. So what's on her mind? It shows the importance of open, deep, romantic love in her life as well with the red rose. But on her table, we only see the white rose as symbols of innocence or hidden love. So hidden things. It really does indicate to me that there is all influences of those people who are around us, that we are going to need to be more honest with ourselves and have that awareness of what is it that we're manipulating. Is this what I'm seeing in this reading now? Now that we've had the little guidebook explanation, but it's not the be-all and end-all of any reading. We take what we see in the depictions, in the artwork, in how we feel when we're reading these cards and seeing that false person and having heard and read what the meaning was put to this card as the explanations that I read from a guidebook, take what that feels like to you and bring it forward into that inner sense of self-understanding. What does it mean? Who is the real you? Are you masquerading and trying to manipulate, or is somebody else trying to do that to you? It gives a broad meaning of how we're going to be looking through our day and feeling that sense of connection with others as we're doing what we do, as we're being who we are. Okay? So I think really that's where we can leave that. It is, on surface, a very simple reading. We've got both the masculine and feminine with what is the truth of who we are. Are we being false? Are we trying to hide behind a fan? It's not a mask. It's just the fan. It's the false person. It's, are we really trying to be someone else that we're not? You know, that, oh, I'd like to be like them. I'd like to have what they've got and be who. Be you. That is what I'm feeling from that as a general meaning. Take what you need from it. Connect in with your spirit guides any point in time that you feel you need to ask for certain help along the ways, and just be the best you that you can be. So it's been lovely to connect with you again today. Thank you so much for joining with me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.